Peace be unto you. That is, may God's peace be unto you and who you represent. This is Brother Kadir. It's been a while. Much to talk about, a lot of things we can talk about. And so I intend to share with you today what I believe is the most significant things we should discuss, share with you, and you should make a decision. Why? Because the question always comes up, as Joe Madison would say, what are you going to do about it? So thank you for tuning in to Words Made People. A word is anything that brings a message to your mind. We've been seeing words. We've been hearing words. We've been smelling words. We've been tasting words. We've been feeling words. And it's been an opportunity for you as a human being to make a decision. What are you going to do about it? You can't say you're not going to do anything about what's going on in your family, in yourself, in your personal life. You have to make a decision. And we are suggesting to you and recommending to you the best thing you can do based on what we're hearing, what we're seeing, what we're feeling, and what the atmosphere around us, whether it's on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Meta, X, whatever podcasts, whatever news station, MSNBC, CBS, ABC, whatever you're hearing, you should be stocking up on water. You should be stocking up on honey. You should be stocking up on rice. You definitely should be stocking up on tissue. You remember that from the pandemic. And there's other things you should be stocking on as well, too. If you can afford it, try to acquire, purchase a solar generator. We may need it, we may not need it, but based on where things are going right now, who knows? All we do know is, as we've always been saying on our program with Words Made People, is the 5 Ps. Proper preparation prevents poor performance in everything you do. Everything you do. You can't rely on everything we do. It's about you now. And what can you do with whatever resources you have? Stock up on water, rice, honey, and tissue. There are other things you should stock up on. You can't, may not be no national grid. You may not have a refrigerator. You may not have a freezer. So I'm saying to you, certainly you can stock up on some tea, coffee if you like. You can't stock up on no milk because there may not be no energy for you to refrigerate or to freeze. I'm not trying to frighten you. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just saying, if there's going to be a situation, it's not going to be north and south, right? Not like in 1860s, 1860, 1859. It may not be like that. You must understand. You do know who your co-workers are? Do you know? Do you know who your neighbors are? Do you know who you are surrounded by? Are you listening? Are you reading between the lines? Are you getting a clear understanding of what possibilities can happen tomorrow? What has happened already? I'm saying to you, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to prepare you to let you know that you should love life the way they love death. You should be willing to die and not want to have the knee on your neck. We're at a situation in America right now. Around the world, if you want to say that, but in America, be assured what you're listening to is real. You can listen to some of those in the past to recognize that it won't be televised. It's going to be, for sure, black and white. It could be in color as well, too. My point to you is proper preparation prevents poor performance in everything you do. There's always going to be branches that you can light up if you got some type of light of to light it up, to heat up some food with a pot that you're going to have, especially for some rice. You got some beans, How do you think they survived in Gaza? How do you think they're surviving in Somalia? How do you think they survived in all the other countries throughout the world when they were going through situations, pandemics, all types of ugly brutalities, bombings? How do you think they survived? What did they survive off of? Could this be a time where you must really understand how to prepare yourself for the worst scenario? What do you think they're doing in Los Angeles, California, after losing all that they had? Sleeping in places with other people that you didn't even think you'd be sleeping next to in other places where it's warm, and here it is where you are, maybe a little bit colder than those that have heat in their environment. You must understand, dear beloved people, those that are homeless, where do you think they're going to go if there's no more food that they can get at City Mission in Albany, the capital of New York, or anywhere else where they have homeless people, where they're relying on sustenance, things for survival, water and food. Medication? You can't get medication? You can't afford medication? There's no medication to afford, you can't buy it? Tariffs? Whether it's China, Mexico, Canada, or anywhere else? Dear beloved people, I'm not trying to put fear into you. If you do believe I'm trying to put fear into you, this is Words Make People. In the word fear is the word ear. I hope you are listening. Because it's important you must understand and recognize that the 5 P's is planning for the worst. Our young people, our children, our babies. Man means mind. Man is a maintainer, protector, and provider. Men, if you haven't stepped up and prepared, you better step up now and prepare yourself for you and who you represent. You and your family, your immediate family, your wife, your shorty, your cutie, your honey, your baby mama, the children. Prepare yourself for the worst scenario you can think of. The worst scenario you can think of. Not what someone else is saying. For the worst scenario you can think of. Where are you living right now? And if you're not going to be able to pay any more rent because you don't have a job, be assured you have to have a place that's suitable for you and who you are maintaining. Who you are protecting. Who you are providing for. Be assured, the womb of man, woman, this is Words Make People, the womb, W-O-M-B, of man. She's going to do what she has to do to protect her babies, her children. I'm saying to you, in stores today, you see what the prices are. In stores today, you see what's not coming in. 5 P's, proper preparation prevents poor performance. Be assured, dear beloved people, whenever the human being can't maintain, can't provide, can't handle a situation in the environment, in the country, in the state, in the world, the Creator is divinely obligated to intervene. I'll say it again. The Creator, God, Allah, Jesus, Quds, whatever name you want to give, the Creator. When the human being can't maintain for itself, can't provide for itself, can't deal with the enemy, the Satan, the devil, whatever you want to call it, the enemy to man, the Creator knows Therefore, we believe, you have faith that the Creator is obligated to divinely intervene to provide for the sincere servants, the sincere devotees, those that submitted to the Creator, and others that are in that circle. So I'm saying to you, dear beloved people, if you don't know what it's like for the Haitians that have survived for decades, centuries, for those in the continent of Africa that have survived for centuries from the manipulation, and those that went there to that continent to take their resources to their countries in Europe, to their countries in America, to their countries in the East, in the Middle East, and all around the world, just went there and just took whatever they wanted. The consequences. Be assured of that. Be assured of that. You can call it karma, whatever you want to call it. Be assured whatever you do, there are consequences. Whatever you do, you're going to benefit if you're doing the right thing. And there are consequences if you're doing things that you know ain't right. Why? Because only you as a human being knows your intent. Only you as a human being knows your intent. Who else knows your intent? Your mama, your daddy, your uncle, your wife, your shorty, your cutie, them, it, LBGTQ, whoever it may be? Nope, sorry, don't think so. You may think they know your intent. Only the Creator knows your intent, and you know your intent. Why? Because you know the evidence. You have the evidence of your intent, of what you did, what you said, and how you plotted and schemed and worked, or whatever you've done. Only you know your intent, and you have the evidence of it. And who else has that? The Creator has the evidence of your intent, of our intent, of the human being's intent, of the decisions that we made in our life. This is what judges want in courts. They want to know the intent of the person, and they want to know what is the evidence of the intent of what the person did, so that that judge can make a decision, or that jury can make a decision without a shadow of a doubt that you are innocent or guilty. That either you are innocent and or guilty. And this is what the Creator does as well too. To know if you're innocent or guilty. He knows your intent, and He has the evidence. Just like you have the intent, and you know your intent, and you have the evidence of what you've done. So, dear beloved people, it's clear. It's plain. Yes, it's just that simple. You want to complicate matters? You can ask questions. 518-779-5893. It's just that simple. The Creator has given us a blessing. Earth, wind, fire, and water. The first book. A blessing, the first book. Earth, wind, fire, and water. For what purpose? For us to study that book that's called creation. Creation. What is in that book? Earth, wind, fire, and water. What is a book? A book of symbols and signs. Signs and symbols. Every book has signs and symbols. When you read, you're reading signs and symbols. Words make people. A word is anything that brings a message to your mind. What message did we get from earth, wind, fire, and water? Everything that the human being has created came from either earth, wind, fire, and water, or a compilation of all of them. For what purpose? To sustain our life. For what purpose? To advance us. To understand the significance of the creation that's here for our benefit. This is words made people. In the word benefit is be fit. And this is what the creation does. It allows for us to be fit psychologically, physically, mentally, to become scientists, to become sociologists, to become business people, to utilize all the things in creation to sustain our life, to know what is good for us. Water, this food, that food, that fruit, that vegetable. Oh, this is beautiful. And who's the author of the first book that's called Creation? Earth, wind, fire, and water. The Creator. Whatever name you want to give the Creator is the author of that book. That created earth, wind, fire, and water. You may say it evolved. An evolution. Well, who gave the laws in the creation that allow for the benefit for us to recognize? Can I say that again? Who put the laws in creation that allow for us to benefit from that creation? What creation? Trees. Who put the laws in the tree so that the seed is planted, it grows roots, then comes up, and then the branches, and then the fruit from the branches? What food? Bananas? What food? Apples? What food? That comes from trees. The Creator created animals to allow for us to have a sustenance. Steak, beef, shrimp, lobster. Who created that? That allowed for you to say, that tastes good. It's not just the lobster, it's the seasoning for the lobster that's on the lobster, or on the beef, or on the steak, or on the chicken, on the steak, the chicken, the beef that we love so much, on the vegetables. You can't go into a store and say, you don't want no sauce for that chicken or for that beef or for that salad. You have to have some either some oil or some French or some whatever you want to put on there that you became immune to from the taste that the Creator gave us, that man put together. Where did it all come from? Earth, wind, fire, and water. Argue with me, 518-779-5893. I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. But here's a time that's coming right now. There may be a time in your scripture, whether it's the Torah, whether it's Bible, whether it's Quran, whether it's Injil. It may be. I'm saying to you, prepare yourself today like never before. Prepare yourself for your family, for the community, for the society, as much as you possibly can. And you may say, okay, based on what I understand that's going to happen, I may not need any water, honey, tissue, rice, beans. These are things that, have no preservative life for a month or 2 or 3. These are almost everlasting. Rice, honey, water, tissue that you're going to need to survive a situation that may take place with allocations of unnecessary bombs, unnecessary situations that's going to cause flagrant allocations of harmful matters to destroy this beautiful creation. Because of what? Because of egos, because of arrogance, because of power, because of those that believe It's all about them. Those that want to be kings, oligarchs, those that want to be in charge, those that believe this is my time. You believe I'm wrong? 518-779-5893. I'm saying to you, dear beloved people, get with those in your family. Get with those that's thinking like you. Plan, strategy. Plan for the worst. Because right now, it's not going to be like the North and the South is having a war. No, sorry. Because the society is intermingled. You know who your co-workers are? You know who those that you work with, who you go and dine with, who you go and socialize with? You know who's your neighbor that's in front of you? Your neighbor who's in back of you? Your neighbor that's on your left, your neighbor that's on your right? Your neighbor that's above you that lives in your building, the neighbor that's below you that lives in your building? Whether it's in a loft, whether it's in the projects, whether it's in the studio, wherever it may be, I'm saying to you, prepare yourself. To the best of your ability, to your knowledge, based on you getting information and what's going on and what's happening. Yes, just yesterday, they had a nice forum for the 3 that's running, 3 out of 4 that's running for mayor for this area here in Albany. And I'm quite sure it's happening throughout the country as well, too. And you have to make a choice. If in fact we survive to November, if we survive to spring, if we survive to summer, fall, if we survive another winter, based on the way things are going right now, be assured, dear beloved people, the First Amendment will be like never before. The 13th Amendment, stay tuned. And be assured of those of you that's been affected already by the 14th Amendment. May not have no more Constitution as we know for it to be today, tomorrow. It may be changed based on what we are hearing and understanding what's taking place in America today for the first time in the history of America. It is serious. It's no joke. It's nothing to play with. I'm saying to you, dear beloved people, plan. Because if you don't have a plan to succeed or you plan to fail because you have no plan at all. What kind of plan? Basic. Get with those and hear what they're saying and try to understand what should be the outcome for you as a person, because after you get all the information, wherever you're getting it from, family, media, this person, that person, regardless who it is, you have to make the final decision as to what you're going to do. And I'm saying to you, do it sooner than later. Today. Water, rice, honey, beans, those things that don't have a expectancy to diminish tomorrow, a week, a month, 6 months from now. Solar generator that can light your whole house up if you don't have no national grid, if there's no electricity. A solar generator, they're selling them. They may be sold out. Get the basic stuff first. There are those people that has enough in their basement, in their attic, or in their house, in their apartment, in their closets for weeks, months, maybe a year of those things that will help them survive. Because others are going to be looking for just the basic things. So the expectation is for you to make a decision. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. I'm trying to complicate it with a lot of noise, a lot of chat, a lot of talk. Do whatever you can with maybe this last check you received from Section 8, Social Service, from your job, not just FBI, DEI, and all the rest of that. Prepare yourself. This ain't the first time you heard me say this. It may be the last time. We pray to the Creator, asking the Creator, asking Him to grant us understanding of how we should recognize this situation that's going on in America today and what should we do about it as an individual, as a family, as a group, as a community, as a state, as a nation. So thank you for tuning in today. I hope I said something that would help us benefit our understanding and the importance of what we must do for self. You heard that before? Do for self? Yes, it came. Wow. Almost 75 years ago. And I'm saying to you, dear beloved people, words make people. And a word is anything that brings a message to your mind. And there's only 5 ways a message can get to your mind. Through your sight, through your hearing, through your smell, through your taste, through your feelings. Plan for you, your family, and the community. I can't emphasize that enough. It's not like I know something. I'm just hearing what you're hearing, seeing what you're seeing. And many of you are not seeing what I'm seeing, and not hearing what I'm hearing, and not feeling what I'm feeling. Make that decision. Get with those around you. Have that conversation. May God's peace be upon you. Assalamu alaikum.